may I ask?
Sure. This is my son. I lost my two sons in this pandemic. 34 and 36 years old, but those lives don't seem to matter.
Do you mind talking to the camera?
Not at all.
And it was
No, it was overdoses. They were poisoned with fentanyl.
okay. I'm sorry. If you don't want to identify yourself, you don't have to. I'm just going to give you the camera.
This is my son, Jake. He was 34 years old. He died January 1st, New Year's Day of 21. His little girl turned a year old Christmas Eve. He died home of a fentanyl overdose. His cocaine was poisoned with fentanyl. He had been in recovery. He had been working. He had been having a really good year, for one of the best years he'd had in a long time. And then these shutdowns came along, and no more work, no more gyms, no more AA meetings. And on top of all of that, the medicine he was using was made illegal. Ibogaine, something that cures addiction. In the middle of a pandemic, the Liberal government made it illegal, and he died. 7 months later, I lost my older son, 36 years old, the same thing, a fentanyl overdose. His job was gone, couldn't leave the house. Like, this is what Trudeau has done. This is what these lockdowns have done. So, I gave up my two sons, and I have people who want me to wear a mask. Well, when you want to give up two sons, I'll put on a mask for you. Until then, I'm not wearing a mask or injecting myself with anything. I'm going to do me from here on in. I want the government the hell out of my life. They murdered my children. And all of you that supported these lockdowns, you have blood on your hands. Blood.
Just glad to have you along for the walk.
Fighting for freedom. Here till the end.
You mind being on camera?
Sure.
Whereabouts you from?
Calgary.
Calgary. What are the posters? I haven't had a chance to read them just yet, but I see a young lad here.
Those are my two sons.
Those are your two sons?
This is my youngest son's graduation picture, and on the back poster, that's a picture of both him and his brother. They both died of fentanyl poisoning. One of them January 1st, 2021, and the other one in July 29. There was no help. Actually, their help was taken away. Both of my sons had been to treatment. Both of my sons were working when this bullshit pandemic started. They lost their jobs. The AA meetings were shut down. The gyms were shut down. Couldn't go out with their friends. But the topper? The medicine they were taking was made illegal. A ground up root from a tree in Africa called ibogaine that cures addiction was made illegal during a real pandemic, a pandemic of drug addiction and overuse. That's what they're doing. And a medicine that treats addiction, that treats post-traumatic stress, that heals your body, made illegal. Never killed one Canadian. They used this stuff in Africa with children 12 years old. But this government will no longer tell me what I can put into my body and what I have to put into my body. Trudeau can take that vaccine that he got the recipe from China from and is made by a bunch of criminal vaccine companies, and he can stick it in his ass. He can have mine. He can have my son. Stanley Plotkin, the king of vaccines down in the United States, he says you can't take too many vaccines. So out of the love of my heart, I'm giving mine to Justin Trudeau and his family. And they can have my sons and my daughters and all my grandchildren. They can all go to the Trudeaus. My gift to them.
Your name?
My name is Bev Noel.
Bevan, your sons' names again were?
Kane and Jake Elslinger. And somebody has to be held accountable for their deaths.